Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be no group dates with women that you're dating until she's your girlfriend, until you are serious. I've got an email here from a guy, and he says, "Hi Corey, thanks for all your help and advice and all the videos which are turning me into a more enlightened man." Well, you're welcome, and good for you for applying the knowledge, because knowledge is only potential power. Knowledge only becomes power when you actually apply it. Now I'm reading significance into every action a woman makes, but I cannot quite interpret the actions of one woman I am dating. I have been seeing this woman for 3 short dates, coffee and walkabouts. We have made out quite a few times during this period and get on quite well together. When we walk, she holds onto my arm and pulls herself close to me. She talks to me continuously, and she answers phone calls and texts straight away. But she does not initiate very often. And you got to understand is women will only start chasing you based upon a high level of interest and a high level of comfort with you. And the idea is that you stick to 1 date per week. And usually, if you're doing everything right, usually by the 3rd or 4th date at the latest, she'll start texting you maybe a day or 2 after your last date and tell you what a great time she had, or that she was thinking about you, or that she can't wait to see you again. And that's basically her way of saying, hey, I want to see you again. Hopefully you'll realize that I want you to make another date or a romantic opportunity for sex to happen. And so you should be doing things like going to a romantic dinner or inviting her over to your place to make dinner together, as opposed to just meeting for coffee all the time. You should do things in the evening, because the idea behind seduction is that you want to get closer and closer and closer to a woman until ultimately you end up inside of her. He says, I invited her back to my place for the night, and she says it would be nice, but not yet. And that just means that she's not emotionally comfortable. And he says, she just invited me out to dinner. Because the idea is if you're out on a date and you're having dinner together and it's in the evening and maybe you're at a place by a lake or something like that, or by the ocean or a park or something like that, and you're walking hand in hand, or you sit down on a bench and you're having a make-out session together, you can just say, hey, you want to go back to my place for a nightcap? Or would you like to follow me back to my place for a nightcap? That's all you got to say. And ideally, if she's not comfortable enough yet, go to 2 or 3 different places over the course of the evening, because what it'll do, psychologically, it'll give her the experience as if she's had 2 or 3 different dates with you all in one night. And so as the evening progresses and she feels more and more comfortable, she's going to touch you more. And the idea is that that's how you slowly seduce her until ultimately, like later on in the evening, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, you say, hey, let's go back to my place. I got a bottle of champagne. Let's have a little champagne party. And just have her follow you back to your place. And then once you get her back there, you pour some champagne and you say, bring those beautiful lips over here again, sweetheart. And you just start making out with her again and have a good time. And then ultimately you start moving your hands underneath her shirt. You maybe undo her bra with your magical fingers. Hopefully you're good at that, undoing a bra with 2 fingers. And it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Because she'll probably throw up some token resistance, and she may, after a few minutes, strap her bra back together or push you off and say, wow, where things are going really quick. And then you just hang back and caress her for a few minutes and talk to her and get her to talk. And then you just pull her close again and start kissing her and making out with her. And tell her that you want her. Tell her, I want to be inside you. Just tell her those things. Tell her that she's sexy as hell and that you want her and you desire her. And what happens is, over time, over the course of the evening when she's back at your place, her resistance becomes less and less and less, because at the end of the day, sex has to be your fault because you're the one with the penis. That way, when all of her girlfriends are like, oh my God, you slept with him last night? She can say, oh, well, he just swept me off my feet. It's just like, I couldn't resist him. He was too amazing, or he was too this, or he was too that. And that way, she doesn't feel bad about the slut alarm that's going off in her head. You know, she throws up a little bit of resistance, and then the next day, she can make up all kinds of excuses and rationalize with herself. Maybe she decided she wasn't going to sleep with you after a certain period of time, but at the end of the day, you're the man, and it's your job to seduce her. And he says, she has just invited me out to dinner with her and her friends next week. What does this mean, if anything? Well, I personally wouldn't go out and do things with her friends, because here's the deal. When you get around her friends, usually what ends up happening is that they get in the way and they end up cock blocking you. And until she's your girlfriend, and I talk about this in my book, you should only do dates with, just say, you know what, I'm sure your friends are great, but I really want to take my time, and so you and I can get to know each other. And then down the road, once things are really great between us, then we can start hanging out with your friends and my friends, and let's just take it slow and let's have fun. You and I get to know each other, because it's kind of hard for you and I to get to know each other if there's several other people there asking us questions. And at the end of the day, those friends of hers are going to be cock blocking you, and they're going to be getting in the way, because the idea behind seduction is you want to get her alone, you want to get her all to yourself, and it's kind of hard to do if you're hanging out with all of her friends. And that's why, and until you're boyfriend or girlfriend, you should never do any group dates until you're serious with one another. That's just the best way to do it, because like I said, otherwise, I mean, you never know. You could say something, or maybe the girl doesn't like you, or the guy doesn't like you, and now they're talking shit about you behind your back, and they're not helping your case. But once she falls in love with you, it doesn't fucking matter at that point what they say, because she'll just say, you don't know him like I do. And she'll defend you. But if she's just getting to know you and you haven't slept together yet, you just made out a few times, they can totally ruin your relationship if you agree to go along with it. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. The quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a link that will take you to the Amazon Kindle download page. And on the right-hand side, there's a button that will open up a window where you can download a free e-reader app for your computer, your smartphone, your tablet device. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app, and only a few more seconds after that to complete the purchase of my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. And I will talk to you soon.